Hello everybody, and welcome once again to Let's Play Tyranny. In the last session, we put an end to this pathetic uprising, and in the process, we acquired a spire. A strange spire with some magical properties, or some such. Anyway, we ended the session here in Tunan's court as we made our reports to the Archon himself. And he tasked us with trying to uncover evidence about which of the two Archons is responsible for the civil war that now grips the Tiers. In addition to that, we're going to have a look into the various spires to see how they fit in to a newfound power that we have coursing within us. And we're going to go see Graven Ash at Ironhearth to see what the Archon of War's next move is. So there's plenty to keep us occupied. Just off camera, I've equipped some an upgrade to Barrick's axe. He now wields a bronze axe, and she also has now the Heart of Battle, although she is going to be using her bow more often than not. I've also upgraded some of the spells, giving Calvina also a new one, which is this concussive bolt, which we picked up in the last session. Give that a try. But today's session, I think, is going to be a session of a lot of talking, because there's a fair few characters in here. We've also been tasked with speaking with our fellow Fatebinders for further information, and also our characters here also want to speak to us. So, not an exciting one, but hey-ho. So without further ado, let's go and see what information we can glean from people here in Tunan's court. We'll start with the Scarlet Chorus side of the camp, because why not? Ruffle a few feathers, shall we? I've got a sneaking suspicion perhaps we can't say a great deal to these guys, but we shall try. Bitter Quip, Mocking Blaze, Blood Mulch. Huh. It's okay, so Bitter Quip ignores us, but Blood Mulch, he does speak. Fatebinder, you're no stranger to Tunan's court, but I prefer to spend as little time here as possible. In spite of these closed walls, I feel strangely exposed. Glancing at Tunan. Fair warning, when you backed Ash, you were as good as signing your death warrant. But we shouldn't discuss such matters in a court of law. You'll make our time in the Tiers an interesting one, won't you? Of course you will. And this is Mocking Blaze, who we first found in Edgering Ruins, I believe. I'd immolate you where you stand if it weren't for Tunan breathing down our necks. Okay.
Will do.
A little bit of a frosty reception. Fatebinder Furia, Chucklebones, Fatebinder Nunaval, Callio, and Rogalus. We'll get to them in a second. So the disfavored should be a little bit more friendly towards us.
I got it.
So here's Aurora. Again, she was in the Edgering Ruins. Anything beats a prolonged siege, Fatebinder? Enjoy the war while you can. This is Albatronus, Fatebinder. I am ill at ease in this polished hall, but I admit that it's a reprieve from the battlefield and training grounds. If Ash needs me to stay here and represent his interests throughout the occupation, then I'll be up to the task. It can't be worse than our days in Levian's Crossing. Joking aside, you were generous to grant the disfavored control over the city. Even the Iron Legion needs a break from the front every once in a while. Ooh. New ability unlocked. Favor of the Fatebinder. An allied target will be shielded for 80 damage for 30 seconds. Grant a damage absorption shield to the target. Speaking of my quick bars here, I've sorted everybody's quick bar out. Drain strength. I kind of want to swap these two around. There we go. So that's an energy shield. This is now a additional shield. So 2 shielding properties. He's also got a greater renewal. So some nice self buffs going on. And we've also got this drain strength on our enemies, which is also a reputation based ability. Okay. Let's go speak with some Fatebinders, shall we? Start with Fatebinder Furia. The circumstances were, well, it was madness. Your Honour, no one could be expected to act in a rational way. No, perhaps I expect too much of my servants. Is that it? No, Your Honour. But if you hear my testimony, I think you'll understand. I see a better alternative has presented itself. Fatebinder, will you audience this case in my stead? I'm curious what manner of conclusions you draw. Oh, we have to preside over a case, do we? Oh, well, it would be our honour. Calvina is certainly ready to hear the case. Excellent. The testimony will begin. I'm afraid it's a sensitive matter. I was away from the city, seeing to a military camp, when I discovered 2 Scarlet Chorus soldiers defiling a woman. A local from the Tiers? Yes, and I understand that it's a common enough occurrence in that army, but I couldn't stand for it. I was brought up to know better. I was taught better. And what happened next? I fought the recruits. They fought back, but in the end my skills won out. After they were both dead, I let the poor woman go. Their gang boss witnessed everything, though he didn't intervene until it was all done. I was trussed up and brought back to court in a wagon, where you find me now. And what fine company you made on the journey over. The defendant is charged with the murder of subjects who were owed protection of Kairos' law. Fatebinder, I assume you wish to cross-examine? Oh dear. Oh, hellfire. This is a tricky case. So, defiling a Tiers woman. I mean, technically speaking, the slaves, the prisoners, are the Scarlet Choruses to do as they wish, really, as heinous as it might be. I suppose the question we got to ask ourselves is, did the Fatebinder slaying them for that defiling, did she step outside of her jurisdiction? Did you speak to the Tiers woman? Only briefly. She thanked me before fleeing. I didn't want to keep her. She'd suffered enough at the hands of those soldiers. You don't think she said anything about wishing to join the army? The army? Not that I... And she definitely wasn't in the area for that very purpose? That's right. She only mentioned it in passing, but she told me that she was attempting to make contact with the Scarlet Chorus. You know, to join them, yes. That's when the soldiers attacked. I hope this has a point, Fatebinder. And the gang boss didn't intervene at all? If my recruits couldn't defend themselves against a glorified clerk, then their lives were forfeit as far as I was concerned. Good riddance. I'm still happy to get satisfaction out of the matter. The law is the law. All he did was joke about how the court would be merciless, laughed all the way to the bastard city, didn't seem particularly bent out of shape over his lost men. That sounds about right. Well, I am now ready to give my ruling. Very good. Present the verdict, and let us be done with this unpleasant affair. Yes, well, by my reckoning, if the woman was indeed intended to join the Scarlet Chorus, she was protected under Kairos' law. Therefore, this Fatebinder's actions were just. Oh, that's not the right way to approach it. She coerced she coerced her to say that. But hey, thank you for hearing my case. Fatebinder Furia, you have ducked Kairos' punishment with a technicality. Be more mindful of your delicate position in the future. Hey, good old Calvin. She's queen of the technicalities, isn't she? But perhaps drawing the ire of Tunan is perhaps not the best thing to do, considering she wants to make a good impression. But hey, perhaps seeing the chorus defiling a woman is a touch too far even for her standards of upholding the law to the letter. Your grasp of Kairos' law troubles me. It reeks of independent thoughts honed beyond the principled walls of my court, and yet it is your ruling. Dismissed. Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell. She's made a blunder. She's made a blunder in front of the boss man himself. She'll have to be very, very careful. Where's my reputation screen? It's a very tinsy bit. It's a technicality. Technically speaking, you know, she told us with a little bit of coercion that you know they were there. She was there to be recruited. Right. Okay. Right. Next.
Will do.
Fatebinder Nunaval. Ah, Calvina, you'll return unscathed and more acclaimed than ever, as seems to be your way. Oh, you return, rather. Fatebinder of War. Giving her a good old clap on the back. Come, you must regale me with all that your journey has held. I could use a moment of respite between friends. Speak as you wish. I pay a ball's weight in rings to know your thoughts. Come, let us speak freely. Okay. I mean, technically speaking, I would be quite interested to read some of these, but Calvina being, you know, a highly learned individual, and certainly not wanting to appear stupid or, you know, unknowledgeable in the history or in the law, is not going to ask such questions. But she will proclaim that she has claimed the spire at Vendrian's Well. So, the court's whispers are true. Yeah. Someday I would like to witness for myself this tower that has risen above the realms like a blade thrust into the sky. But we would also be quite interested to hear of any recent, not so much past victories, but any sort of recent events might be useful. Have you not yet tired of my tales, Calvina? I do admit I never tire of telling them. Very well, then. Let me champion the feats of my conquest. Let the glory of Kairos' reign fall on any ears that would hear of it. While they may not rival one's glorious feats in battle, I take pride in the small dispensers of justice I manage between my weekly drills and lectures. Just the other day, I pulled the teeth of a liar and strung them about his neck so that he might consider his words with more care in the future. We shall have to bear that punishment in mind. I thank you, Fatebinder Nunnaval, for your time. Farewell. And we have Fatebinder Callio. Calvina, I see you've returned to the fold. Your exploits in Vendrian's Well are the matter of some discussion. What can I do for you? Yes. Anything happened whilst I was away? There have been whispers that Cairn grew disloyal to Graven Ash's command during the campaign in Azure. I took up the mantle of investigating near Plainsgate, and judging the rumours to be true, dispatched Cairn by proclaiming Kairos' Edict of Stone. The very earth turned against the traitorous Archon as the region split asunder in righteous judgment. So she is the one that proclaimed the Edict of Stone. Okay. We'll keep our concerns to ourselves for now. She seems like a very shady character. Yeah, she sounds like she may know too much. And Fatebinder Rogolas. Fatebinder, you return. You look as if you have questions for me to untangle. Ask. I am feeling generous. Okay. Now we have a sage in our company, and we know a bit about sages, so I'm hoping this is going to be us just chewing the fat about them rather than asking for information. Again, some of these really interest me, but yeah, as I said, Calvina's not going to go fishing for information that perhaps would be expected of her to know as a Fatebinder herself. Ooh, he doesn't like the sages, charlatans and cons. Okay, fine. Right then, so Fatebinder spoken with, people spoken with, a judgment has been cast in front of Tunan which he disapproved of, but hey, it wasn't wholly incorrect because technicalities and all that.
Aye.
And Lady Lucretia, let's just double check what she had to say. I don't think there's anything that we wanted to hear, but okay, so yeah, we'll ask how the Bastard City has fared since the conquest. The armies claim the city in a quieter, more organised manner than I might have expected. I can credit them that much to be sure. Kairos' forces made short work of our local mages. I never approved of the school of Wild Wrath, but at least they were ours to control. I'm not sure that the blood chanters I see on patrol are a better alternative. We've suffered our share of hardships, but it seems that Kairos wants us alive. It's a more generous outcome than some of us were led to believe. Indeed, indeed. Right, so we'll kind of usher ourselves into a corner here. Oh! Bled and Mark. Welcome back, kid. Amusing as it would have been to watch the edict drop, I guess I'm glad you lived. Archon of Shadows rouses from a faraway stare, turning to face you with a wry smile. Though he stands still, he seems to shift in and out of the shadows that shroud him. Ooh, here you threw your rings on Graven Ash's side. Not a bad bet, to pick the Archon of War. But tell me the truth. Did you go with Ash because it seemed like the right thing to do, or because supporting the Voices was a worse option? She is kind of thinking that, but again maintaining that air of professionalism here. What's it to you, Archon of the Elderly? Oh my god, what an option. Yes. Our lives depended on military success. I was not about to hand control to the Archon of Secrets. Don't trust the Voices. Looks like you do have brains. All that matters is that the Edict of Execution was stayed. Those stationed at Vendrian's Well should be thanking you for their lives. Now, I assume you're off to go meet with Ash. But first, you and I need to have a little chat. I'm listening. Everyone's keeping an eye on you, because you did something nobody has done before. Got a guess as to what that might be? That's true, we know that much. Not so sure about that one. Possibly true, but less consequential. Less not consequential. Less I can't get the bloody words out of my mouth here. You know, not as good, not as prodigious of an achievement. However, this one here, yeah, it's got to be that one. That is the most kind of, you know, surprising of all of them. So going with that one. You're not wrong. That was definitely a shock. But I doubt it's the sole reason you've made the tears tremble. Proclaiming an edict isn't new. Neither is surviving or resolving the commandments of an edict. But you're the first to proclaim and resolve the very same edict, and it didn't kill you. In one fell swoop, you survived your second edict, resolved the very one you had proclaimed, and woke an arcane structure that had slept for several centuries. Okay. I don't like any of these options, so we'll glare on silently, hoping he's going to get to his point. I don't care what you do with the information, but you should know the danger you're in now that you've put yourself on the map. Sticking with the disfavored is a smart idea, kid. At least, smarter than getting mixed up with the Archon of Secrets. You'll never really be one of them. But if you value Ash's warriors, they'll serve you the best they can. Yes, well, I thank you for your advice. The Archon of Shadows shrugs to you in a farewell, but his golden eyes are alight with interest as he watches you. Holy cow. Well, we were going to converse with our colleagues in a corner here, but we perhaps would prefer to do it outside of prying ears. In fact, let's save it first, after all that we've done. Right. Wow. Okay, so the first place that we were going to go is we were going to go to the Sunset Spire, because that's kind of close to where we are. We're here. Go to the Sunset Spire, en route to going to Iron Hearth. It's on the way, it makes the most sense, so that's what we will do. Beforehand, though, we're just going to take a quick look at this here, Haven. So, the ladies and lords of the coastal realm of Haven are known to spend as much energy fighting each other as they do the other realms. In recent generations, many of the coastal cities rebelled and became known as the Free Cities, lawless dots along the coast. The majority of the realm's political and economic might resided within them, and by the time of Kairos' conquest of the Tiers, all major coastal powers had declared independence. This left Haven with an ambiguous ruling structure that could not simultaneously weather the political infighting and armed conflict, granting Kairos' forces an easy victory. Okay. Levian's Crossing. Ah, we return. The first day of a new Oh, an ambush. A group of mercenaries. Members of the Bronze Brotherhood are blocking the road to Levian's Crossing. Oh dear. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? We're about to find out. The Ironhall Trail. Right. This will be a good time for us to have our little conversations as well, but we'll deal with this situation first.
Right.
Looks like raiders here. They're not immediately hostile, so we might be okay if we can... Well, not that we're going to try to avoid combat. If that's what they want, that's what they shall have. But they look like they might be able to trade stuff. Could be useful.
Can't do that.
Okay.
Time to lighten my step.
Aye.
You must be joking. A toll? I will pay no such thing. I demand to be let through. Okay, we'll go up here first. This is where the bigwigs seem to be residing. Welby?
On it.
A tall woman stands here surveying the area from a small overlook. She glances at you and immediately goes back to watching her surroundings. Welcome to Ironhall Trail, Fatebinder of Tunen. She salutes us. It's a good start. The Bronze Brotherhood. My name is Welby, first axe for the Bronze Brotherhood, though I'm not sure that title matters anymore. Never mind. You needn't be burdened with my problems. While I appreciate you coming to me before speaking to Raytamon, you will need to be careful. He has, of late, been acting out of sorts, and any perceived slight can become a problem for the one who offends him. Choose your words with him carefully. What can I help you with? The Bronze Brotherhood. In fact, we will read this. Calvina won't ask about it, but we will read it. Certainly. So it's a mercenary company from the Free Cities. Many of these mercenary companies were employed by Kairos' agents and slaughtered during the war. The Bronze Brotherhood survived thanks to their relatively safe posting at Levian's Crossing, where the Voices hired the company to help protect the town's forge operation. So they are among the most trained and dedicated warriors of the tiers, ruthless and tenacious. Aggression and decisive thinking are so highly prized by the Brotherhood that the violent, enigmatic Scourge is the group's mascot. A creature most decent folk consider the stuff of nightmares. Ah, a nice bunch then. Oh. This is dead disfavored warriors? Okay, this is concerning. A striking man with a shock of bright blonde hair stands here, observing some men searching bodies of slain disfavored soldiers. He watches you approach, his angular features pulling into a look of disdain. And here's the Fatebinder. I knew we'd see you. I was just wondering when. One trip to Levian's Crossing wasn't enough, Governor? You had to return where no one asked you to come? Throwing me out of my home wasn't sufficient. Are you here to disrupt my life some more? You aren't done? It doesn't really matter why you're here. I don't care. I have more important things to worry about. In case you've forgotten me already, my name is Ray Tommen. I am First Brother, leader of the Bronze Brotherhood. Speaking of which, what did Welby have to say? Has she already started filling your mind with lies about me? She and I are going to have a chat soon. I can't have my first axe countermanding me at every turn. I know she wants my position. Watch yourself while you are a guest in my land. If you have come to stir up more trouble, we are well equipped and will not back down in the defence of what is rightfully ours. Welby and I might not always agree, but that is one point we see eye to eye on. If you step out of line, we will both correct you. Okay, this is not going down very well with Calvina, this tone he is adopting, but we shall let him continue for now. You are not welcome here. Now tell me what you want, or leave. What is so important about these bodies? They are some of Kairos' army who wandered too far from Levian's Crossing. Phew, spitting on the closest body. I will sleep well when they are all dead and in the ground, the only place they are worthy to be. But if they choose to break themselves up like this, it will only make it easier for us when the Brotherhood make our claim to what is rightfully ours. Well, I must remind you that this is not your land anymore. Such arrogance is the precursor to a mighty fall, Fatebinder. I might not currently have control of Levian's Crossing, but we both know possessions are fleeting. Levian's Crossing is my home, and your imagined control over our lives doesn't change that fact. I see. Well, you would do well to watch your tone. when speaking to a fate binder. Huh! I care not about Kairos' forces. I've already reaped the rewards of my loyalty, and I will not make that mistake again. You have taken my home, but I will have it back. I won't cower when you raise your voice against me, lapdog. Okay, we could actually openly attack, which would be rather interesting, but we're not going to do that. But we shall certainly remember Ray Tommen and the tone he has taken. And should the opportunity arise for us to cast judgment upon him for his transgressions, we shall judge most harshly indeed. We will speak again soon, I feel. I certainly hope that isn't the case. Oh, but it will be.
Right.
You mark my words. A small figure stands before some armour-clad soldiers. His arms move wildly as he gestures in frustration, yelling at the man directly in front of him. Absolutely not! I've come through Ironhall Trail more times than I can remember. No one ever asked for a toll before, and I won't be paying one now. Fatebinder, surely you, of all people, can help me? My name is Aster, and I must get to Levian's Crossing. I have goods to deliver. Tell this man I will not be paying a toll, to him or anyone, and he is to let me through. Big hulking bloke, bloody hell. Greetings, Fatebinder. I am sorry you have been drawn into this. What you stumbled into here is merely a conflict of the changing times. I am Will of the Bronze Brotherhood. Ironhall Trail is under our protection, and anyone passing through must obey our rules. If this gentleman would like passage through our land, a simple donation is required. Holding out his hand. These funds help our cause and keep Ironhall a safe place for all travellers. Clearly you both can see the value in that. And who exactly is keeping it safe? You standing there with your weapons at the ready against me? I am not but a travelling merchant. I have no money to spare, and I certainly pose no threat to anyone. Keep this area safe indeed. You are the only threat here. Fatebinder, please talk some sense into this man. So these people here, they were booted out of Levian's Crossing. They've taken it upon themselves to loot disfavoured soldiers and charge tolls for us to get across to Levian's Crossing. No, that's not the order of business here, I'm afraid to say. This man will not be paying a toll today, nor shall I be. Call your guards off and allow us passage immediately. Thank you, Fatebinder. You have done a great deal of good today. And you, brute, move aside and let me pass. Will holds his position and gives you a meaningful look. Oh, this is going to descend into a fight, isn't it? Perhaps you want to reconsider your stance on the matter, Fatebinder? He plants his hammer on the ground and leans on it, staring Aster down. Passage is bought with rings or blood, but I'll happily take both. She stares him dead in the eye. I stand by my decision. I thank you for your efforts, Fatebinder, but it's not worth bloodshed. I will leave in peace. Will returns to his position and looks you over, his former genial mood gone. So, a Fatebinder in our little corner of the world. Who'd have thought this would happen? Spits between his feet and crushes it into the dirt with his boot. You are walking a dangerous line, Fatebinder. The Bronze Brotherhood never backed down from threats. Looks her up and down. Normally I'd knock you down where you stand for threatening me, but Ray Tommen demanded to see you if you came through here. I thought he was crazy saying you'd be visiting Levian's Crossing. Looks like I owe him a few rings. Not that there's a shortage of those out here. What can this humble servant of the Brotherhood do for you, Fatebinder? And don't ask me to let you through, because that isn't happening. This is ridiculous. This piece of mercenary offal requires a lesson in pain and obedience. Allow me to teach him. I thank you, Barrick, for your offer, but I am more than capable of handling this situation myself. If you don't feel like paying the toll, I can point you back the way you came. If you need an idea of where to go, because I can't let you through. You see, I have already spoken to Ray Tommen, and he said that I can pass. Now, Calvina doesn't usually lie very often, at all. But there's no way we're paying a toll, we are not violent, and obviously our station means nothing. We could speak with him first, actually. I didn't notice that option. No, we'll go speak with him again. We did say we would speak with him soon, so speak with him we shall. I'll be counting the seconds until you return. Ooh, this is a precarious position we find ourselves in. Should have let Barrick punch him in the face, shouldn't we? Still around, Fatebinder? I hoped you had decided to move on already. Now tell me what you want, or leave. I need to get to Levian's Crossing. Absolutely not. You must be crazy if you think I'm letting a disfavoured sympathiser through to consort with my enemies. Who knows what plans you would make to undermine my authority? You have some nerve, Fatebinder. First you have me thrown from my home, and now you want back in, so you can come up with an even worse punishment? So there's two choices here. We go back to the big man and see if he'd fall for the little white lie that we might tell him that Ray Tommen has let us pass. Or we have heard enough of this nonsense and we outright attack. Don't think we want to outright attack at the moment. Okay. Now, if we were to get past here with a little white lie, it might even sow a bit of discord amongst them. Obviously, he'd be very upset with him. We would like to see him brought down a peg or two, but yeah. I think avoiding bloodshed at this moment in time is preferable. Okay, I have just spoken with Ray Tommen, and he has said that I can pass. Nice try. But if I don't see a sign from Ray Tommen, not even Kairos himself would be getting through here. Well, she's not paying the toll, so we're kind of buggered here, really. This could be a tough fight, but we're left with no option. So, okay.
I'll do it for the North.
I'm thinking that if we get rid of this guy, I think Welby will probably take over, which might be a bit more beneficial in the long run. So, I ask you for one final time. Of course, he denies us one final time, and therefore we have no alternative. You have brought this upon yourself. I knew you couldn't be trusted, Cad. The forces of Kairos will always show their true face if pushed. Guards, we have a snake in our midst. 2 arms. Oh, he's run off. Oh, he's done a runner. Cowardly dog.
Send me your champion.
Will we... Right, we need to make sure that... Oh, where's Lantry? Just first of all going to... Has he already cast that? Oh, he's already cast it. Good old AI. Okay, fine. I'm going to give that to Lantry because he's always getting smacked. Holy cow! What happened to him? This could have been a stretch too far, you know, my friend. Might be better off paying a toll here. Should she cast this yet, or what? Okay, she's not casting it. Right.
It'll take more than that.
Oh my god, he's going to have to sip a potion. You're going to have to do a false pit here, and hopefully get a few of them on the backsides. We're going to need to do some real... Oh my god.
Going down.
Okay, that was pretty shocking. Wow. This has gone horrendously bad. I think we're going to struggle to do this. Is she down already or not?
Oh, you're really hurt.
Yes, she's really hurt. Okay, so these three are almost done. These two, I think it's doable. I think we just need to make sure that he doesn't get knocked down barrack so fast. Maybe a couple of extra buffs as well might help. Well, it's rare that Lantry goes down last, I'll tell you that much. Well done, sir. Good job. But we're down. Right, so he's 2 almost gone. Bummer. That is a bummer indeed. Right, we're going to have another couple of tries before we end this session. I don't like to end on a negative, sour note, but...
Right.
Okay, we'll go this way instead. And yeah, we can maybe get a bit of protection here. There's a very narrow passage here. So we'll do a narrow passage.
I am a shield wall unto myself.
Right, we need to make sure that we give him as much protection as we can, so giving him the energy shield and also popping Potion of Protection. Lantry also healing him. And then we shall commence with the Favor of the Fatebinder.
On it.
And then we'll start popping some absolute hellacious false pit. Just get them knocked down as quickly as we possibly can here. That's looking. This is looking much better. Much better. Let's start now with some lightning.
Learn something.
Fire burn. Jesus. Pull back. Nice try, punk. Nice try.
Nice.
Right, we're going to need some abilities here. Let's go with that one on the big guy.
That was beneath.
Combo ability, Iron Tolling on the big guy. Oh no! Holy cow, it's down again!
Your strength.
Oh my god! Shoot!
You still with me?
Oh boy.
Count on it.
Sorry, can't do that.
A Raider and Will. Man. Skewer will. He's almost going down, you know. Keep her up. Come on, we can do this, you know. We can do this.
Says you
He's leveled up.
can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth. You got it.
Come on. Come on. Nice!
Consider it done.
It'll take more than that.
Oh my god, he's trying to heal himself. You kidding me?
I'll take care of it.
Oh, wow! Ho ho! Close, but no... Close but no cigar, pals. Close but no cigar. You didn't get us this time. Holy hell, that was tough. Bronze Brotherhood armor.
On it.
I'll save this quickly. We've made a bit of a scene, it appears. But nonetheless, it was certainly worth it. Oh, they're also hostile. Oh boy.
Let's be off.
That's be having you.
Another battle.
Indeed, another battle.
I'm
How
starting
how did this happen?
to think we're bad at making friends.
Oh, did we let ourselves heal up properly? I don't think we did. Oh, this is bad. God. Lord. Give me strength. Hurl the whole helpless.
I got it.
Our time together has not gone to waste.
Okay, we've got a level up for Barrick, which is really helpful. Let's get some burning done, shall we?
Will do. Fall before me. Squirrely bastard. Aren't
Woo! We may have caused a little bit of a scene.
Another battle. I'm starting to think we're bad at making friends.
you won't enjoy this as much as I do.
Someone staunch my...
I almost feel like we've probably we've probably done something here in terms of, like, we may have been able to go into Lathian's Crossing after paying a toll, coming back out and interacting with these people, maybe bringing him down properly and having her take over. I kind of think that might have been an option had we paid the toll and gone across, but there was no way on this earth that Calvina was paying the toll, so needs must. Bronze Brotherhood? Yeah. Lesser Sigil of Cyclical Energies. Reduces a spell's cooldown. Nice. Okay. Well, I think we should take the opportunity to take a slight breather here in the campsite that has been nicely prepared for us, whilst we chat with our colleagues, and then we shall head into Lething's Crossing, as Calvina will stress to her team, without paying a toll. So until next time, when we shall head into Lething's Crossing, I'll see you soon.